Hi, Ed Diaz here. In today's video, we're going to learn how to use the vocoder with a dynamic microphone inside the Roland JUNO-D. All right, let's get started. In an earlier video, we learned how to set up the microphone in the JUNO-D system settings. In this video, we're going to go one step further and learn how to use the vocoder, which is in the scene settings. So let's begin. First, I'm going to make sure my mic slider is pulled all the way down, just to make sure I have no unintentional loudness coming out of the microphone. We'll pull it up as we adjust the levels as we go further. Next, I'm going to press the menu button, and I'm going to cursor to Scene Edit. Now press the Enter button to go inside the Scene Edit. Next, I'll use my cursor buttons and cursor over to Vocoder. Now let's press the Enter button. As you see here, I can go ahead and turn on or off the switch for the vocoder or auto pitch settings per scene. This is really handy because different scenes can have different functions assigned to them. So I'm going to go ahead and spin my dial wheel or use my increment-decrement button to turn that switch on. Now let's cursor down to Type and make sure Carrier Through is highlighted. The carrier through function means that the basic mic settings that we set earlier in the system will be used as a default. I'm going to change these settings by pressing the Enter button so I can see the other settings that are available to us. Let's select vocoder and now press the Enter button. Now vocoding can be a lot of fun, and with the JUNO-D that's definitely the case. I'm going to take the vocoder, I'm going to cursor down to envelope. Press the Enter button, and I can choose if it's going to be a sharp attack, soft, or long. I prefer a sharp attack, so I'm going to select it and press Enter. There are not as many parameters in the vocoder section, so adjusting it is very easy. I can choose various other parameters such as dry level, mic sensitivity, pan, and level. Really experiment with this and you're going to get some great sounds out of it. I'm going to exit and I'm going to go to the scene and I'm going to use a vocoder tone. So here's vocoder ensemble.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Go again. Here's a fifth stack. Let's experiment with the robot. Maybe a saw.
This is the start.
Furthermore, you can layer the vocoder with other sounds inside the JUNO-D. Let's go ahead and play with the vocoder on its own right now so you can hear it.
This is the vocoder.
Now let's layer it with the synth bass. I'll press Dual, cursor down to the next part. I'm going to press bass, and maybe I'll look inside, and instead of an acoustic bass, I'm going to go ahead and go over to a synth bass. Now, if I wanted to save those settings, remember I would have to write that to the scene. As you can see, using the vocoder with a microphone inside the Roland JUNO-D is a lot of fun. Remember, the vocoder and the auto pitch settings are saved with the scene. So you can have different settings in different scenes. However, always make sure your mic slider is pulled down until you want to use it. The mic will always be live inside the keyboard. Okay, you guys take care and we'll talk to you later.